Christmas, so we're heading to the beach.
Woo! We're all packed up, aren't we?
Yeah, so we'll get the van off the chops.
Well, hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Mel and I are in the van, as you can see, and while we're driving we thought we'd entertain ourselves and you guys with answering some questions. We've got quite a few questions that have come up from you guys. Question is from Chris Tate, and he says, "Hi Mel, one quick thought. Is it okay to change the direction of the tyre when changing onto a different wheel? Outside of tyre to the inside or vice versa?"
Depends on the tyre. Some tyres can only go one way, and if they can only go one way, they will have an arrow somewhere on the wall of the tyre, or sometimes the wall of the tyre, the arrows are part of the tyre pattern. So any decent tyre fitter should point this out. The answer to that is no. If a tyre's on your vehicle in a certain direction, rotational direction, then try and stick to that rotational direction. Don't swap it around.
Okay. So next question from Dylan Thomas. I have a long wheelbase high top Transit that I have converted, and it just has standard tyres on. I've been thinking of upgrading them to all-weather off-road tyres for a few years. Seeing yours, I'm guessing you have, and I'm just wondering, do you think it has made an improvement?
Yeah, definitely. For me, definitely, because I do actually go off-road. I go metal detecting and I end up in some muddy fields sometimes. Not that I've done a lot of that this year, admittedly, but previously, pre-COVID, yeah, I've got stuck a few times in the mud in my old Transit, so that's why when I got this Mercedes, I put BFG Goodrich tyres on there, KO2s. So yeah, they're worth fitting if you do go into the occasional muddy field. But if you're just going to stick to the tarmac, then just stick to road tyres. They're quite an expensive fashion accessory if you just want to go for the looks of it. But saying that, they do last for a long time. So yeah, it's all down to you, really, at the end of the day. Do it the way you want to go.
The next one is from The Man.
The Man.
And this one's a little bit different. So it says, "Hi Mel, can you tell me what the rules are for storing alcohol in the van? And who is allowed to consume it while in the van?"
I really don't know about that, not in this country anyway. But in America I know it's totally illegal to store opened alcohol in your motorhome. It has to be stored outside in an outside locker. The reason I know that is because I have actually travelled around Florida in a motorhome. But as far as the UK is concerned, I really don't know. Me personally, I don't really drink. I might have the occasional swig of milk now and again when I'm driving.
Yeah.
But I don't really drink alcohol, so it's really not a problem for me, so I'm afraid I can't really answer that question.
But maybe the people, if
anyone does know the answer to that question, then do leave a comment in the comment section of this video. Really appreciate it.
Okay, this is from someone called If You Vote. I have read in UK papers that in Scotland the regime are now charging £1 per night to park in public car parks, even though people have already paid. Also, some councils are stopping campervans from parking in seaside towns altogether. Is there a war on campervans in the UK? As I'm thinking of coming to the UK next year. However, I'm not so sure now.
£1 for how long?
For the night.
For the night, that's pretty cheap rent.
Yeah.
So yeah, if it costs you £1 to park a night, that's not a problem. Nothing against that. Fair play. That is really cheap. So yeah, it's no big deal. It's a quid for crying out loud. What can you buy for a quid nowadays? Parking for the night apparently. That's about it. Or a shopping trolley. But as for a war on campervans, I don't think so. I don't think there's a war on campervans.
You've just got to be more clever.
Or campervan owners. It's just the people that spoil it for everyone by leaving a mess everywhere they go. And them sort of people, yeah, there's a war on that. As for parking near seaside towns, that has always been a problem, especially for larger vans like mine, because it won't fit under those restriction barriers. So if you want to park or do a lot of parking near seaside resorts, then get a low roof van. That way you might have no problem parking. But otherwise, yeah, forget it, you're going to have to park out of town or walk in, which is what we do quite often.
The next question is from Mark Jones, and he asked, what's best for a weekend camper and occasional week long? Larger van like yours or smaller van like Transporter Transit Custom? I know you've had both and you've inspired me to get something, but which would you have?
Well, thank you. It's nice to know that I've inspired you to take up camper vanning. If you're just going to use it for the weekends, like a lot of people, they will go for something like a Volkswagen T5 or Transit Connect or smaller van, because that camper normally is their daily driver as well. So if you want a van that you're going to drive daily, then definitely go for a smaller van, especially if you're staying on campsites and stuff like that. Don't worry about getting something as big as this. For those two reasons, one of them is you can use it during the day as your daily driver, going to the shops, dropping the kids off, and then come weekend you can load it up and go off for the weekend. It's a brilliant scenario and you will absolutely love that lifestyle, I can guarantee it.
Okay, next one is from Peter Foster, and he says, hi Mel, I find your videos very informative. I get some good ideas for my own camper van.
It's good to know.
I've got a good works van, which is a low roof, short wheelbase transit, and get problems with condensation really bad. Any ideas about a good fix for this? Tar.
There's loads and loads of information on YouTube about condensation in the winter. I myself have even made quite a few videos on this subject. And if you're interested, I'll put a link up there to the video I made all about condensation. I think I've got a few hacks in there. It is an endless battle though, especially in the winter. But at the end of the day, it's just something you've got to learn to live with. Condensation in the winter time is all part of camper vanning, I'm afraid.
Okay, next one is from Matthew Norris, and he said, how much did the wheel tracking cost, Mel? I've needed to get mine done for a while. Cheers.
Oh, I got my wheel tracking done at Coombs Garage and it was £48 including the VAT. Quite reasonable, I thought, especially for a class 7. Yeah, £48.
Nice and simple.
Thanks for the quick question, really appreciate it.
Fractal of God asks, hi Mel, is your van medium or long wheelbase?
Medium wheelbase.
Yeah, but you'd like...
Yeah, I did want a long wheelbase, but I also wanted a van with air con, and because Mary has got air conditioning, I kind of sacrificed an extra metre of length so that I could have AC, because my original plans was to drive along the European coastline, like the Mediterranean, and go and do a lot of metal detecting in the ocean. So that's why I wanted AC, because I envisioned my vision. Yeah, my vision was to travel perpetually around the warmer parts of Europe. But thanks to Brexit, we're only allowed to spend 3 months in Europe, so yeah, it doesn't matter. We're going to do the same this summer, but stick to the UK. Just got a brand new semi-dry suit to allow me to do exactly that.
Whoop, whoop.
More about that later on in the week.
Okay, next one is from Tori Watson, and she says, did my eagle eye catch a glimpse of a bit of deterioration on your passenger seat? Apart from using a car seat cover, what other suggestions do you have?
Needle and thread, and I've actually got a needle and thread in my cupboard, and it's a little job that I keep meaning to do. I actually brought some, didn't I? I brought some, yeah, went out of my way to buy it about a month ago. But with any van, especially a high roof, high up van like a Sprinter, you will get wear on the seats where people slide in and out of the van.
Yeah, and you've got a drop as well, haven't you?
Yeah, there's quite a big drop, so that is the most wearing part of any seat. Apart from buying new seat covers, like you say, yeah, just get the needle and thread out, I'm afraid. Really simple though, it's just a matter of sewing it up. Yeah, just do it really like loads, go over the top, so when bums slide over it, it doesn't wear it too quickly.
Okay, I'll bear that in mind.
I might even make a video about it.
Yeah. Okay, Mark Clark and various other people.
Mark Clark and various other people.
Various other commenters said, what was the noise whilst you were doing your bit on camera? Someone sounded like they had a very windy day. Another
that noise was...
It was
this little fella down here. It was Monty.
Little Monty. Yeah.
Rebecca had Monty
It wasn't me.
strapped to her chest.
Yeah.
And because Rebecca was holding the camera, every time Monty made his Monty noise,
Yeah.
yeah,
It sounded like it was me.
Rebecca was farting.
Rest assured, they'd all be dead if I had done that in there.
Sure, yeah. I'll vouch for that.
Living the dream, building the dream asks, hi Mel, I messaged you a while ago. I have the same problem of the gear issue as you. Could you please tell me the part you bought and what's it called? I would really appreciate it.
Oh, it's the gear lever selector sensor. So underneath your gear lever down here, under here, in there, there's a little electrical box and it senses the position of your gear lever. So it's the gear lever position sensor. Oh, actually, I made a video all about it and I did put the part number in the description of that video. Oh, but before you change your gear lever selector sensor, check your brake lights work. If your brake lights don't work, then it's your brake pedal switch that is faulty. And if your brake pedal switch is faulty, your computer doesn't think you've got your foot on the brake and therefore it won't let you put it out of park into drive.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, it's a good thing to check.
Yeah, check your brake lights work. If your brake lights don't work, then you won't be able to get it out of park and put it into drive. Odd. There you go. Strange but true.
Okay, Mark Jones asks, when and why was the van named Mary?
Mary was named Mary when I put the wood burner in. It comes from the song Tina Turner, Proud Mary. So that's how Mary got her name. It's really the wood burner. As the song says, big wheels keep on turning, Proud Mary keeps on burning. So that's the name, Proud Mary. Or we shorten it down to Mary.
And it's a good old song anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, I love that song.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that all we got time for?
That's all we've got time for.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you're new to my channel, please do consider subscribing. And also consider subscribing, well, please do consider subscribing to Rebecca's channel. Give her a thumbs up for making this video. Ta-da! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Bye!
Bye!
Harry Potter! That's a little one. That's what she said.
That's what she said, little one.